Does your phone only ring when things go wrong in their world? Have you ever postponed your plans, your time, even your peace, just to run for someone who disappears once they're done? If this feels familiar, this story is for you. Because in life, the hardest lessons come from the people we truly believed cared about us. In a quiet town with narrow streets and modest homes, a young man named Evan lived. Everyone in the town knew him, not because he spoke loudly, not because he wanted attention. They knew him because whenever people needed him, Evan was always there. Door won't close? Call Evan. Bags too heavy? Call Evan. Feeling lonely? Knock on Evan's door. And every time, Evan answered the same way. Of course, I'll help. He believed being helpful made him valuable. People thanked him and told him what a good person he was. But without realizing it, his own life was slowly slipping away. While he was repairing other people's worlds, his own world was starting to crumble right in front of him. His backyard was unfinished. Cracks had formed in his walls. The tools he had bought for his own work were sitting there, covered in dust. Every night, Evan came home tired and quiet. One evening, his mother couldn't take it anymore and asked softly, "You're wearing yourself out for everyone. You run to everyone's rescue, but when you need something, who will hold your hand? One day when you get tired and fall, who will help you?" Evan smiled, but that smile stayed only on his lips. "It's okay," he said. "One day they'll see what I do." With that hope, he kept running to help everyone. Days passed, but no one asked him how he was. No one looked at his crumbling home. Everyone was only happy that their own problem was solved. No one saw what Evan was losing. One afternoon, the sky darkened and a storm warning came. The townspeople rushed to protect their belongings. Evan ran outside too, without even fully closing his own door, and hurried straight to Lucas. They carried the equipment inside quickly. The moment they finished, the storm burst. Heavy rain and wind swept through everything. When Evan got home, his yard was ruined. The fences had fallen. The flowers were buried in mud. He sat on the front steps, ignoring the raindrops running down his face. He just stayed there and looked at the heavy price of the time he had spent for others. His mother came to him, threw a towel over his shoulders, and said only this: "You ran to lock other people's doors, but you left your own door open, Evan. Look, Lucas has everything completely dry, but the garden you gave months to is gone now." In that moment, Evan understood. Everyone's life was still standing, except his. That night, Evan couldn't sleep. At first light, he left home. He didn't want anyone to see him. There was only one man in the town who never asked Evan for anything: the old carpenter, Mr. Adler. Evan entered the workshop. Inside, with the smell of wood and the sound of sanding, he sat in a corner and quietly watched the master's hands. This silence felt better than the town's endless demands. Adler finally stopped. Without turning around, he spoke. "Your face looks worse than your garden." Evan swallowed. "I'm tired," he said. "Not from work, from people, from running, from trying to fill every empty space." Adler walked to the old metal desk lamp and pressed the switch. "This lamp," he said, "if it stayed on all night, and if that wasn't enough, stayed on during the day too, if it never rested, what happens?" Evan looked at the lamp. "First it heats up," he said. Then that heat burns the metal, and in the end, the bulb bursts. Adler nodded and turned the lamp off. "A person is the same," said Adler. "Kindness without limits is not help. It's burning yourself. When you burn, others warm themselves by your light. But when the lamp bursts, they're all left in the dark." Evan said nothing. Adler gave his final advice. For a few days, don't say yes right away. Ask yourself one question. Will this help steal my peace? If the answer is yes, say 2 words. Not today. Evan left the workshop quietly. As he walked through the town, those 2 words kept turning in his mind. Not today. He stopped in front of his house. He looked at his mud-covered yard, his broken fence, and everything he had postponed for months. Just then, Lucas appeared at the door. "Evan, can you help me with something?" Inside Evan, the old habit shouted, "Yes!" But he stopped. "Not today," Evan said. "First, I need to fix my own home." Lucas froze. "So, are you saying no?" Evan answered calmly, "Yes." That day, Evan fixed the fence, and for the first time in a long time, he remembered what it felt like to do something for himself. The next day, the neighbors came again. Evan calmly said the same thing. Not today. He didn't feel guilty. He felt lighter, as if a burden had slipped off his back. On the 4th day, it rained again. The roof leaked, but no one knocked. No one asked, "Do you need anything?" When the rain stopped, Evan leaned a ladder, climbed up, and fixed the hole himself. Standing under the roof he repaired, he whispered, "So this is what it feels like to be self-reliant." Days turned into weeks. Evan no longer ran to every call. He had put his home back together. The cracks had closed, and the unfinished work was completed. When his door didn't knock in the mornings, he no longer felt lonely. He felt free. People eventually got used to this new Evan. They learned to take care of themselves. Evan was no longer the patch that got stitched onto every tear in the neighborhood. He was just a neighbor. And Evan finally smiled. His smile didn't stay only on his lips. It reached his eyes too. Not out of obligation, out of real peace. Have you ever exhausted yourself so much for others? You know that point where there's nothing left for you? Have you reached that exact point? And when you said that word you were always afraid of, no, for the first time, what did you truly feel? Write it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.